Okay, hello YouTube. Alright, just gonna do a quick unboxing. What we're unboxing today is a product that I just found on Amazon just a couple of days ago, and I decided to go ahead and get it. It's an Audio-Technica AT-PEQ30 phono equalizer. So basically a phono preamp for my Audio-Technica AT-LP60 turntable. So it is a price of $229 on Amazon Prime, but I was able to get it on it was a purchase you can buy on time, no interest, no credit, no anything like that. Maybe it's a Prime member, I'm not sure, but
I'm not quite sure how to help you with
I
that.
know, quiet. So it was ended up being $19 a month. So I'm like, hey, I'll go ahead and get it. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Let me pull back, turn my lights on, and this is a unboxing of the Audio-Technica AT-PEQ30 Phono Preamp. And I can get my shot set up here and go ahead and unbox this thing. Just a real quick unboxing. So again, I spent a lot of this week looking at phono preamps, and I was looking at the Manny, which is not really much available, it seems anymore. And I started looking at all kinds of learning about the RIAA equalization for turntables. And I kind of leaned toward this one because I have an Audio-Technica. I thought, hey, it'd be nice to have like item together. So inside the box, another box, brown cardboard box with it's out of a plastic bag. So Amazon box, put that aside and take it out
Here's
of the
what I
plastic.
found.
Okay, let me put this on silent. Say Amazon is many times alike. All right, so again, very plain. What I didn't know is Audio-Technica is made in China. Didn't know that. So I have a Chinese turntable and now a Chinese PEQ. So AT-PEQ30, and I just thought, the reviews were really good, and like item, same brand name. I said I got to try it out, and I looked at a lot. I looked at Project, and I looked at I don't know, a lot of them that are on Amazon. So in there, got some paperwork, and it looks like a warranty card, maybe. All right, so that came in. Also in the box, another box, and I'm assuming this is going to be the power cord because there's not really anything that comes with this. So, because I looked for a lot of videos on YouTube, and I really didn't see very many. So I'm gonna try to do what I can with this. So I think this is a looks like a DC power brick there. That comes in the one box. And let's see, then the main box itself. And I think this thing says it's about, so in the box that, and just a little base for it. So very simple, two things, the actual PEQ photo equalizer, and there it is, just like the picture. Comes with very little on it. I think that's the light, I believe. It's hard to tell from me old eyes, but a power button. It is also moving magnet and moving coil, so that's really good. So it can grow with me or decide to go up to my Technics I want to get someday. So an input, RCA input, RCA output, a grounding plug there, a connection there, and the power in, and that's it. It's very clean and simple, not a lot to it, but that's the unboxing. Very clean, very simple. That's part of what I liked about it. It doesn't take up a lot of space, but it's not dinky either, not super small. Previously, close that up, put the box away. Previously, I used this little headphone amp for my turntable, and it really wasn't the right thing. It just amplified it, and it did give a gain of about 30. And this is, I think, a 30 or 35 decibel gain. So about the same, but the difference is this is conditioned for a phono preamp. It is an RIAA equalizer, so it goes on that band, and you can see it's quite a bit of size difference from my little headphone amp that I used to use on my turntable, which was the wrong thing to do. So I have the correct thing now. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, checking this out. I'm gonna go ahead and hook that up, try that out, maybe extend this video a little more and find out how it sounds. I've been listening to my records. My turntable does have a preamp out on it, and my receiver, my Techinca receiver, does have a phono preamp there. But most of what I had looked at, looking at some of the other videos, is that an external, very specific device used as a preamp is going to be much better quality than what you find built in your receiver and built in on your phono, on your turntable. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. I've been listening to some of my favorite albums, and I'm going to try it now and make some kind of comparison between what I hear currently and what I hear with this inline in the system. So that's it. That's my unboxing. Thank you very much for watching. All right, hello friends out there in YouTube land. Just want to make a quick video, a quick review of the Audio-Technica PEQ30 phono equalizer from Audio-Technica. So just got it, did the unboxing. Should see that video. Either will be a part of this video, it may be separate, not sure yet. But I listened to it. The year was 1982 when this came out. This was Luther Vandross's second album, his sophomore entry into his musical catalog. And this album came out in 1982, the year I graduated high school. This is an album I know very, very well. Listened to it many, many times. Have credos based on songs in this album. So actually, while I was waiting on the equalizer, phono preamp equalizer to arrive, I listened to this entire album, and of course I know it very well, and I listened to it just to see, give myself an ear for what it sounded like now. So after that, I put in, install the EQ and put it into the system, and I listened to one primary song, and it's a song, the first song on the album is called Bad Boy Having a Party. So this is a song where it talks about, a young man being told not to go to a party, and he went to the party anyway. So anyway, in the song, Luther, being the main voice, is singing the primary song. But throughout the song, there are people in the background, like at a party, and they're talking and they're saying different things. And once I put the PEQ in the system, I immediately heard all of their voices. I could hear what they were saying and what they were talking about. And I never, since 1982, listening to the song, ever heard it. And I was so amazed. So I'm like, if I want to give a review for this thing, my review is 2 words: buy it. Now, I was looking at the Manny, I was looking at a Project Cube, I was looking at all these things that are around $100. I didn't want to spend. This, of course, is twice that much at $229. But Amazon had a deal. I guess maybe for Prime members, I don't know. But, get it 12 months interest-free, no credit card need, no nothing. Just pay $19 a month, pay your initial shipping and cost, and then $19 a month for the next year. I was like, oh shoot, I can do that and then just pay it off whenever I feel like it. So I did that, and I was like, hey, it's kind of a no-brainer with $19 a month. I can do that, easy. Buy a sandwich, it's $19. So went ahead and purchased it. And I like the fact too that I have an Audio-Technica turntable, my budget turntable now. You know, it's been a process of just trying to get better sound out of my records. So originally I got this cork mat. I got this nice handy weight to put on it with a level on the top. I switched out the belt drive on there with an LP gear belt drive and an LP gear 60 stylus. So I've upgraded the stylus, upgraded the belt, the corkboard, and all these things to try to get better sound. Now, of course, the LP60 has its own preamp, Phono Preamp built in. But watching some other reviews from PS Audio with Paul McGowan and the Audio Man and some others that gave some reviews and discussed what the RIAA equalization curve for records is, and talking about the micro grooves in the record. You know, all of these things, how to extract the most information out of those micro, really small, thin grooves on a record, and get the most out of it. So this is the next evolutionary step other than buying a new turntable, which at some point I'm looking at that Technics now, getting ready. That new 50th anniversary, I really like it, but it's $1,099 and I paid $109 for this. So that's a big jump up for me and maybe for you. But $229, and the thing about it, let me pull it out. It's a very simple device. Let me stop talking, turn around. It's a very simple device. Not much to it. You got an input in the back, an output, a grounding plug there, and the power. That's all is on the back. Input, output, ground, power. Simple. On the front, you've got a power button, and it's moving magnet and moving coil. So just a button there. So when I initially installed, I was so excited. I had left it on moving coil, which I have a moving magnet. I left my lid down with the weight on it, and of course that slowed down the record. I had to put that back up, and I had it switched to phono on the back. Now here's the thing. So this is phono and this is phono. Only one of them can do the job. So I had to put that on line here, input here, so there's no setting, so it's automatic. Of course, it's only going to do on the PEQ, the phono equalization. It does give a 30 decibel boost. A 30 decibel boost is what this is designed for. No dip switches or anything. So with the Manny, it was all these dip switches, and a lot of others you had to change dip switch for the impedance. Of course, the moving magnet is a 47K impedance, and the moving coil has variables. I don't have a moving coil, so I didn't care. It's set 100% 47K for the impedance for moving magnet. But I mean, such a simple device. There's just power on, moving magnet, moving coil. That's it. There's nothing else. Plug it in, put in the power, and here's a little light sensor there for the power. But I don't ever turn it off because I plugged it into my receiver, which has a switching outlet. So when the receiver comes on, this comes on. Whether I use it or not doesn't matter. It doesn't use that much power. So that 0.5 volts or whatever that comes from here gets amplified or equalized here back to the receiver. And now here's the other thing. On the receiver, I have a Phono Preamp. So when I had it there, I had to take it off because it sounded terrible. So I put it in the line and set the receiver to tape monitor. Boom. That combination is fine. Line here, direct in here, into the receiver on the line, and beautiful sound. So this album, like I said, I've known it. I've listened to it over and over and over again. And I listened to it with the PEQ in the mix. And I was like, what is that? I'm hearing the voices. I hear people in the background talking about, they were just talking. And I've always listened to the song, and I've heard the song and listened to the singer and listened to Luther and following along, and just never heard those voices. So I was so at that moment. So now I'm trying to play all of my records and see what's what. But I'm really excited about it. $229, worth the money. Of course, I had another one, a little small $26 one that I bought, and I think I just put it in incorrectly and it sounded terrible. I sent it back to Amazon. But it doesn't compare to this. I'm convinced of that. And I like the fact that it's a matched turntable with a matched PEQ. Makes sense to me. So anyway, that's my quick layman's review of the Audio-Technica PEQ30. It's worth the money, it's worth the time. And if you don't have a phono preamp in your system already, you know, so one more thing. That was one of the things the reviewer said. Even though it's built in here and it's built in there, a dedicated standalone phono amp is going to be better than anything that some manufacturer adds to their product, when that's not what that product is for. This is for playing records, and this is for, you know, receiving music sources and playing them out. This has one job and one job only, and it boosts and clarifies and gives power to that small signal coming from the cartridge from here to amplified and then to the receiver. So I'm like, why not? Let's try it out. And I'm glad I did. So PEQ, and another reason I'm doing this is because I looked for other reviews. I found one, and they had given it to him to do a review. I bought this and buying this with my own money, and I'm glad I did. It's a great purchase. If you're thinking about it, if you're considering it, I highly recommend it. All right, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.